Hello and welcome to this Wednesday, October 13th edition of Sneaker News. This is Swole Sneakerhead here to bring you this week's stories. What's going on, everybody? Swole Sneakerhead here. We'll go through the rest of this relatively quiet week of releases and lead us into a busy end of the month. I do apologize for missing the last few videos. I did have a bodybuilding contest last weekend and just took a few days off afterwards. But we are back at it now. Lots of stuff to get to, so let's get started here on the sneakers calendar. On Friday, October 15th at 10 a.m. Eastern Time, we do have the sneakers release of the Air Max 1 PATTA Waves Monarch. This will come with a regular box and not the special box release that we saw on the PATTA website, which will obviously affect resale value slightly, but it is the exact same shoe. So if you're just looking at it for a personal or you just like the shoe, exact same thing. You'll just get a normal Air Max 1 box. And even with the non-special box, prices are still sitting very high for these on StockX at the moment. Depending on the amount of stock that they release on sneakers and if they release at any other sites, like your Kith, Concepts, Undefeated, those Shopify sites, will obviously have an effect on the ending resale value. But if these are sneakers only release, I would expect these prices to hold up relatively high, probably around the $275 to $300 range. It's really hard for me to tell because on a shoe like an Air Max, generally people aren't willing to pay that higher price for these. But based on the demand and the limited release supply, I would expect the prices to hold up pretty high. As you can see for the special box, they're still selling for over $360, over $350 in every... Oh, actually, before I say that. Okay, so over $340 in all sizes, even with the special box after the release happened. It was last week, so I'm not sure if pairs are in hand yet, but as we've seen with a lot of other releases, even before pairs are in hand, people are already selling on StockX, so I wouldn't expect these prices to dip too much from where they're at right now. And for the non-special box, like I said, I would say maybe $50 to $75 less in terms of resale value just because of that non-special box, and they should be a little bit easier to get on sneakers as opposed to the PATTA site for the initial drop. So regardless, at a retail price of $160, make sure you go for them on Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. Next up on Saturday the 16th, we have the Air Jordan 14 Winterized retailing for a price of $210, which of course will also release at 10 a.m. Eastern Time on sneakers and across many other sites, pretty much all basic sites, your foot sites, Shopify, all those kind of stores. This will be a relatively GR release. Retail is $210, and I don't even want to show you resale value. It's not great. So I would say probably pass on these. Unfortunately, the retail value is a little bit too high to leave any room for profit. Obviously, if you want these for personal or you just want to test the market and go for these anyway, Nike sneakers is a great place to do that because you will get your free shipping, free returns. So if you do want to give these a shot, feel free. No harm in trying. And that is the rest of this week. We do have one release on, again, Friday, October 15th that should still happen, and that is this Nike Dunk Low titled the Georgetown. We have seen this was pushed from last month, and on Nike sneakers this pair's been pushed from this month until next month on November 5th, I believe. But we still have foot sites and other sites loaded up for October 15th release. That was the initial push date, was October 15th. So I would assume that places like Foot Locker, Finish Line, and some Shopify retailers, I assume they have stock for this at the moment. Unfortunately, Foot Locker loves to wait until the last second to pull stuff off their calendar. So we really won't know up until the drop time if this is actually going to drop or not. I'm guessing that it still will. If I had to bet, I would say that they will still drop on, honestly, probably most sites. And we have seen this before too, where Nike will constantly, keep pushing back a shoe. Same thing with like the Starfish Jordan 1 Low. They'll keep pushing back a shoe, but it'll still drop at some other sites for when they have it scheduled for, and it is supposed to be scheduled for the 15th. So look forward to that. It's scheduled to drop in full family sizing on foot sites, so that's pretty exciting as well. You will get the grade school, preschool, and toddler. Obviously, for resale purposes, we're going to be looking for really just the men's and the grade school. But let's take a look real quick at resale prices. Of course, the Nike Dunk Low men's will retail at a price of $100, and as you can see, just the easiest money ever to be made on these. Bigger sizes will do a little bit better, but every single size is a go for this. I would run random as hard as you possibly can on these, get as many pairs as you can. Nike Dunk Lows, especially ones with good colorways like this, are the absolute easiest way to make money reselling shoes anymore. Dunk Lows have like really taken over in terms of I guess I don't want to just say their resale value, but I guess maybe more so their profit margin. They're A, like more available to get, there's a little bit more stock. B, demand is always very high. C, they constantly pump out colorways. And D, the low retail. Oh my god, I'm doing 1, 2, 3, 4 and ABC, whatever. You guys get the point. The low retail obviously is a huge contributing factor to that too, because even if they do brick or you have to hold for like a week or two, you're stuck with $100 retail, as opposed to some of these Jordans are like $190, $200, and that can kind of mess up the cash flow when you're trying to resell shoes. So just keep that in mind. Obviously, my advice right now: go 100% all out for these, any size, any site. As long as you're getting them for like under 140, like if you're paying upwards of 140 for these between shipping and taxes, maybe double check, but most sites won't charge that. I know that like Shoe Palace will charge taxes plus like sometimes $20 or $25 shipping, so that could take you close to 140 on these. So in that case, I would say, you know, maybe bigger sizes on Shoe Palace or sites like that. But Kith has like $10 shipping. I would run random on that. If you're paying under 130 for these, honestly, even under 140, I would run random as many sizes you can get, because these are going to do very well in the resale market. I would not worry about these. We'll take a quick look at the grade school sizing. It's really going to be the same story. They don't have it adjusted on here on StockX, but I'm 99% sure that, yeah, it's a $85 retail as opposed to $100 for grade school. So obviously there's a slight price dip, you know, adjustment, but that's just because of the retail price. So $85 for grade school. Again, I would run any size you can get on these. Bigger sizes will be best, and again, just keep an eye out for the shipping and taxes and all that kind of stuff. But I would try to go crazy on these, honestly, guys. They move so quickly. As far as selling them afterwards, you should be able to get your money back by the end of the month, and there's just easy profit on all these pairs. So this is going to be honestly one of the biggest releases of the month, definitely of this week. So prepare for that. Hopefully it does still happen, it doesn't get pushed, but just wanted to give you all the information because I'm expecting it to still go down on October 15th. Now, another big release the day after, on October 16th, will be the release of the Yeezy Boost 700 Wash Orange. Now, this is, I believe, loaded up for 8 a.m. on Saturday morning. I'll have to double check that because this timer, I hate the timer. Just say Saturday at 9 a.m. Like, you know, it'd be so much easier. But was that 2, 4 hours? I'm pretty sure it's 8 a.m. I'll double check for you guys, but I you know, either way, Yeezy Boost 700 Wash Orange is dropping. It looks to me extremely similar to the Wave Runner. Like, obviously they changed a couple of colors up, like in here and like back here, but they're pretty much the same thing. We've seen colorways like this before that look very similar to the Wave Runner. There is an adjusted retail, obviously, of $240. They're not $300 anymore, so that's a big plus, and will lead to there being some resale value on these. So again, retail is $240. Resale is over $300 in all sizes, and that's definitely good going into this release. Luckily, it's not any lower than that, because then most likely brick. I got mixed feelings about these in terms of what the resale value will be. I'm confident that they will be able to make you money, maybe $10 to $20 if you're getting them from Yeezy Supply at like the minimum because of their charges. But again, if you're getting these pairs from like Shoe Palace or whatever with like $20 or $25 shipping, it might be tight. It might be tight. The lower retail price definitely helps, but I would say you're pretty safe going random on these and just going for as many as possible. It's definitely there's definitely demand for this colorway, because obviously we've seen that with Wave Runners and like the Sun. What is it called? Was it called the Sun? I think it was 700 Sun, and the Inflame Orange. They're all kind of similar. Let's see how the Sun are doing. So again, these are relatively similar, but just obviously the gray. Oh my god, holy shit. Well, I mean, there you go. These have gone just dummy in the resale market, and I would say that these are a worse colorway. Let's see the Inflame Orange, because the Inflame Orange are definitely not that good of a colorway. Inflame Ember, I'm sorry. Amber, whatever. Hey, still got some money on them, though. You're still making money. And this is definitely, again, this is opinion. I would say this is the worst of those 3 colorways. The Wash Orange isn't looking that bad, though, compared to these. I mean, it's so similar. But I think the Wash Orange is definitely a more favorable colorway. So if you want to use this as your baseline for like the bottom of the barrel, like 275, again, you're gonna make money if you get it from pretty much anywhere but like a shoe palace or something with like $25 shipping. So pretty much, let's just say if you can get these pairs under 275, I would go for it, or under 270, so you can make some, you know, some money guaranteed off the bat. I would go for it. It seems like they're gonna be a pretty safe bet. The Sun have just done numbers, and I guess you could see here, I mean, again, they're very similar, but I guess you could see they essentially just changed the yellow for a gray. And going into the, you know, the colder, what the fuck's wrong with me? Going into the cooler seasons, I think the gray is a more favorable color as opposed to the Sun, which they released, you know, January, kind of getting out of the winter. So yeah, I mean, I kind of just rambled there, but you kind of, hopefully you understand what I'm saying there. And is like, I would say the bottom of the barrel resale for any size is going to be like 275. And if you can afford to hold for a couple months, I think these will definitely just continue to go up, similar to the Sun and other 700 colorways. So definitely a good release there. We'll be releasing a Yeezy supply, as well as, you know, the usual suspects like, you know, Kith Concepts, Undefeated, Shop Nice Kicks likely. Just double check on them. If you need more, you know, updated release info, just hop in the Discord server. Finally today, I just want to talk about Supreme. I believe it's week 8 coming up. Yeah, we have week 8 coming up tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern time. We have the SHREK collaboration this week, and I don't know, I'm assuming they have some kind of deal with SHREK to be able to use the logo, and I guess you like the likeness or whatever, because this is obviously just like copy and paste it from SHREK, which is cool. I'm a huge fan of the this. I wish they would have done like the sky colorway on like a hoodie with the SHREK, because obviously we all know like that you know, like the I guess it's not the loading in screen, but you know what I mean, like the prequel before the movie scene, whatever the fuck, with SHREK, and they're throwing the what's it called, they're fishing off of the moon. You guys know what I'm talking about. I don't know why I can't figure out that right now, but it's that kind of reminiscent colorway. Either way, I think the Supreme SHREK branding is pretty cool as a whole, but that cloud colorway, that would have done numbers if they put that on a sweatshirt. I don't know what they're, even on a beanie, that would have done numbers, but they let us down there. But anyway, that's the most upvoted item of the week is the SHREK skateboard. They have the individual, and obviously the pack will sell the best as a pack. We do have the big logo beanie making a comeback in kind of this heathered colorway. I did grab one of these black ones like maybe 2, 3, 4 seasons ago now, and I wear it all the time, and I kind of worn mine out, so I might have to grab another one of these. And I do fuck with I do like this purple and blue colorway. Definitely some nice colors, and Supreme beanies are always nice. The big logo beanie is definitely one of the favorites that's not a box. It's probably the biggest favorite that's not a box logo beanie. So I would expect there to be some resale value here, mostly personal, but keep an eye out for those. If you can find buyers for any of the Supreme stuff too, that's ideal. I remember I used to have buyers for like pretty much every single week, and that's how I used to make money off of Supreme, not just like buying stuff and hoping that it resells. We do have a small box logo hooded sweatshirt. They just put literally the tiniest fucking box logo they could find on a sweatshirt. I don't think there'll be any resale on these. They pump these out a ton, but if you are looking for personal, there are a couple new colorways, I believe. I haven't seen this gray in a while. The purple's looking a little bit darker, the orange. So they're a little bit different colors. So if you do want to grab them, those are dropping this week as well. The SHREK beanie to go with the skateboards, of course. I guess it looks like it's embroidered, so that's pretty nice. I guess we may be missing some SHREK pieces in this lineup right now. I would guess that they're gonna drop like a t-shirt and like something else, so maybe we'll see more added to this lineup before tomorrow. But as of time of recording, which is like midday on Wednesday, this is what we got. We do have some shoes dropping this week, some Supreme Nike Cross Trainer lows. They're not very upvoted. They got more downvotes than upvotes. Not a great shoe. The colorways are okay, I guess. And yeah, not much hype. Not looking too hype for these. People like the Dunks and the Jordan 1s and all that stuff from Supreme. We don't really want a Cross Trainer low with some weird ass colorway, so I would expect these to brick. I'm not expecting much out of them. 130 retail price isn't horrible, but I just don't see the demand for these. Not much else to report. These, they do have the rhinestone hooded sweatshirt and the beanie. Kind of surprised how harshly downvoted it was, because I mean it is kind of cool because it has legitimate like rhinestones on it and shit, but the people aren't liking it. Same thing with the beanie. The beanie is literally the most downvoted item of the week by ratio, you know, which I don't know. I feel like something like this could go either way with Supreme, but I guess people are not liking it, so that is that's that. If you guys want to look at the full Supreme drop list, go to Supreme Community and look up the Week 8 drop list. I'm not going to go through all these items because honestly all of them are bricks for the most part. So if you guys do need some stuff from Supreme, check it out here. And if you need auto checkout, of course, hop in our Discord server. That's going to wrap up this video today on this Wednesday. We do have a couple big releases coming up over the next few days with the Dunk Lows and the Yeezys, so make sure you're ready for that. If you guys need auto checkout slots, you need a increased chance to secure these, be sure to hop in our Discord server. I'm running a special for the rest of this month only with a discounted price of $20 a month as opposed to the normal $35 a month. And that will only be available if you DM me personally, Swole Sneakerhead. That is not a public link. Publicly, we are still $35 a month, which is the normal price. But I'm offering some memberships at $20 so that we can get some people cooking through the rest of October and into November, which is now going to be flooded with releases because of all the stuff that got pushed back again. So, thank you guys for joining me. Be sure to smash that like button, subscribe to this channel, turn on post notifications, all that good stuff. And I will talk to you all on Friday ahead of the big weekend. I hope you all have a great day. Peace. Oh yeah, let's go, Brandon.